I'm going to show you how you can compare Group A versus Group B on a binary outcome in DataLab using PowerStats. Now, because these data are weighted and the sample was done by strata and cluster, so you can't just use a plain chi-square that you could do by hand or in Excel because it wouldn't be valid because of the weights. So I'm going to show you how you can use DataLab's design adjusted inference and do a walled test, which is equivalent to doing a chi-square, and that respects the survey design. We're going to start by launching the beginning post-secondary students, and you have to be logged in. So if you don't have an account, make one and get logged in. And then I'm launching that. I'm going to compare the graduation rates for traditional versus non-traditional transfer students. Now, because this is a complex survey with weights, stratas, and clusters, we can't just get the results and do a chi-square ourselves using Excel. So we're going to use a design-adjusted logistic regression, and we will report the walled test. Okay, so we choose logistic regression. Okay, to only use the transfer students, the type transferred into the search window, and we want to filter so that we only include students who transferred to a four-year institution. So by checking that box and putting that in the filter, we are limiting our analysis to only students who have transferred. Okay, our dependent variable is going to be whether or not they obtained a bachelor's degree, and that variable, bachelor's degree attainment at first institution, is not really at first institution, it's any institutions. It's just that's the first choice here, so they named the variable that. And we want to create those two together are going to be bachelor's or degree, and then no degree is our other variable. And then you have to select one of them to be the reference variable. We're going to select degree to be the reference variable. And our independent variable is going to be whether they're traditional or not, and that is age group. We'll create that variable. I closed it somehow. That's going to be our independent variable. And we're going to create our own custom. The first category is traditional. And then 24 to 29 and 30 and above are non-traditional. Save that. Oh, I forgot to select the reference group. We'll make it traditional. And then run. Use the recommended weights. And it just takes a second. Now that we run the survey-weighted logistic regression for the transfer students, let's interpret these results for the traditional versus non-traditional. So for a single binary predictor, the walled chi-squared with 1 degree of freedom is just t-squared. And here t-squared would be 41.09. If we square negative 6.409, you get 41.09. So that is the chi-squared with 1 degree of freedom, and it's the same p-value. We had already found the rate using the percent distribution analysis with the same setup with the variables, same filters, and the traditional transfer student degree rate was 52.2%, and the non-traditional transfer student degree rate was 24.9%. So here's what you can conclude. The traditional versus non-traditional, the rates were 52.2 versus 24.9, which is a difference of 27.3. And then the logistic analysis, which is design adjusted, the T was negative 6.409. So you could report that. I've got the confidence interval there. Or if you want to report the chi-square with 1 degree of freedom is 41.09 probability the p is less than 0.001. So these results are statistically significant.